Okay, I want to share about a special kind of neighborhood, Esplanade. Let me tell you what it's all about. So Esplanade, there's a few of these neighborhoods around the Tampa area. I'm in Starkey Ranch, Esplanade right now. The main one that I know of other than that is the Esplanade at Wiregrass, but there's a few. Esplanade is like townhouse style property management where they take care of everything. Now they're not taking care of your roof, they're not taking care of the exterior of your house, but they're taking care of all the landscaping, all the common areas are really nice. Let's go through some pros and cons of Esplanade. Okay, pro number one is yard maintenance. So they're gonna cut the grass. You're never gonna have to think about it. One company does all of the yards at once. They're actually doing it today as I came in. That's super nice. You don't have to think about it at all. That means they're taking care of your irrigation as well. They're keeping all your shrubs alive. They're taking care of your grass. They're cutting it, edging, blowing, all that. Pro number two, everything looks very uniform. So a lot of neighborhoods look uniform, but the Esplanade section like takes it to another level, has kind of resort style amenities and landscaping throughout the roads and the all that kind of stuff. It feels very uniform. I really want this cloud to block the sun so I can sit out here because I like this spot. So why does it matter that everything looks uniform? Some of you just want that. I get that. The houses, you know, the paint colors, the roof style, it's all clay roofs in a lot of these, especially in the Tampa area, the Esplanades in the Tampa area. A lot of them have clay roofs, you know, white or like beige, stucco, very consistent style throughout. A lot of them have pavers in the driveways and they just hold that standard. So that was pro number two. Pro number three is less people have access to the amenities. So these areas are gated, like a guard at the gate, or you punch in a code and it calls someone's house, or your car has like a barcode on it and scans and it comes in. So not many people get in. Now then there's 400 or 500 houses in the Esplanade area that have access to the amenities. So instead of, you know, 1,100 homes having access to the amenities, it's like quite a bit less. So that is a big deal. You go to the gym, you go to play pickleball, you go to swim, you go on the trails. It's just less people, less crowds. Now, these neighborhoods don't have huge crowds. A lot of people have pools in their backyard, so it's not like the pools are packed, but I think you know what I mean. Pro number four, you still have access to all the other neighborhood amenities. Like here in Starkey Ranch, there's still other big amenities, parks, there's lakes, there's trails, there's all kinds of other things that you still have access to by being in the neighborhood. Okay, and pro number five, the amenities are nicer. So there's a little more like high-end kind of amenities, whether that is a lap pool like with the strong jets, or it's tennis courts and pickleball courts, or it's a sauna in the gym. Esplanade just has nicer amenities. They're just a level up, and you pay for it. And we'll get into that now. With the cons, con number one is cost. Typically in Esplanade, you're paying between $250 and $350 extra in HOA fees. You still have the normal HOA fees. In this neighborhood, they're not that high, 50, 60 bucks a month. So that's an additional cost. Now, when you start looking at what it's paying for, maybe it's worth it. That's up to you to decide. A lot of these, newer construction areas, like the yards aren't that big. It wouldn't cost a whole lot to have someone come and cut your grass. So that was number one, HOA cost. We're gonna go for another cost on con number two, and that's your CDD, Community Development District. This is a tax that gets added to your property taxes for developing a new area like this. Esplanade is in these newer areas. For this home specifically, it's around $3,000 a year that gets added to the property taxes just for that. Now that will get paid off eventually. Typically 30 years is the payoff time for that CDD tax, but I've seen them add years on. I've seen them change the amount. Typically, they're not doing that, but I've seen them be kind of funky. Okay, con number 3, landscaping requests. So this is our client's house right here, and he was getting his house ready to sell. It had a few bushes that were kind of dying, needed to be replaced, and you have to go through this whole request process with the HOA, the Esplanade HOA. You have to go through this big request process to get something changed on your landscaping, even if it just means tear that bush out and put in a new one. Now, it's not a huge headache, but it wasn't fast enough, so he just hired a landscaper to get a couple things done to make sure the house was ready to sell. So just because they take care of it doesn't mean they know what you want, and doesn't mean that they're always thinking of it like you, the homeowner, so you do have to kind of still follow the process. Final con here, there's still everything that you hate about HOAs. Everything looks super uniform. You might like that, but you know, you might have a neighbor that really cares about it, that you didn't get your trash can in on time, that you, whatever. There's a lot of you that call and you're cautious about HOAs. Some of you really like the idea of it, that it feels kind of uniform, but you don't want people just telling you what you can and can't do with your house. And in Esplanade, you might have that a bit more. Now, it always depends on the neighbors right next to you and how much they tolerate. So I always just recommend become friends with those people, because they can make your life harder when it comes to this kind of thing. And if you're the one making people's lives harder, just back off a little bit. People have stuff going on. They don't have to get the trash can in within hours of it getting picked up. But Esplanade's cool, super cool, like resort style feel. It definitely like has a different feel than the rest of the neighborhood. Not just the gate, but like once you're in it, even the way that like from the roads that go through it, you can't see the back of the houses because there's additional landscaping and walls and things like that. It just feels really nice. So if you're interested in a neighborhood like this, we'd love to help you find a home. There's some of these that are still building, but most of them are built out, especially Starkey is built out. But they're super cool, awesome neighborhoods. Would love a chance to talk to you about them. Give us a call, text, or email anytime. If you got some value out of this video, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for coming by.